Hey boys, welcome back to the NinjaNamedJay channel, and today I want to talk about a Minecraft movie. So, a Minecraft movie is directed by Jared Hess, who is the director of Napoleon Dynamite, and the film stars Jack Black and Jason Momoa. So I'm just going to give a little plot summary first, go over the events of the movie, and then at the end I'll give my general thoughts on what I watched. So, before I even describe the movie, I want to talk about me going there. I went with my boys, and I was the flyest motherfucker in there. I was wearing my bomber jacket, I was wearing my Timbs, I was looking fly as shit, okay? But there was one problem. We were probably the oldest motherfuckers in there. We went to see this at like 3:30 earlier today. And, you know, other than the parents and shit, like, I don't know if there was anyone near our age, which is it's a little sad. But fuck it, you know, we had a decent time. But anyway, I'll finally get on to the fucking movie. So, it starts off with this flashback of Jack Black's character, you know, Steve, Minecraft Steve, you know, athletic Steve. Yeah, and he's a kid, and right off the bat, this was in the trailer and everything, but, you know, I don't want to go too hard on it, because everyone's already made fun of this scene. He's a little kid, and he yearned for the mines. Cringe. Did you know this movie has 5 writers? Fuck, did they hire someone for fucking Reddit or some shit? Fucking A-boys. But yeah, we're going over Steve's story, and he's not allowed into the mines because there's, you know, you can't have kids. Then he grows up, he's working, his job's fucking shit, he's eating goy slop, you know, for lunch. But yeah, this urge to go mining, it never goes away from adult Steve. So he heads right back to the mines. And there was this old man protecting it ever since he was a kid. And he's still a fucking old man, so I guess he didn't age in about 40 fucking years, 40, 50 years, because now Jack Black's a fucking old man, you know, he's 55 in real life, and we'll talk about this later at the end, the casting decision of casting Jack Black as Steve. But he goes back to the mines, and the old man still doesn't want him there, but he does a fucking, you know, that old Allen Iverson crossover on Michael Jordan, bah, bah, goes right past him. But yeah, he's looking in the mines, and he finds this like orb thing in this crystal. And first off, I want to talk about this crystal, the other half of this little thing he found. It's called like the Earth Crystal in the movie, but it's very obviously just a fucking 3D printed cube. Like, as soon as I saw this, I'm like, that's just some fucking plastic junk. That's not no crystal. What the fuck are you guys doing? How fucking lazy are you? You couldn't even design something cooler. You had to 3D print something. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, he puts this orb, which I believe is from the Minecraft Dungeon movie. You know, I don't really play Minecraft. I'm not a pedophile. I'll stick playing fucking Mafia. Actually, maybe I'll play a little Minecraft just for the background footage for this. But yeah, he puts the orb of I can't even remember the fucking name. He puts the orb in the Earth Crystal, and a portal appears or some shit. And he goes in, and now he's in the Minecraft overworld. And he fucks around for a while. You know, Steve. He's building shit. He's building a whole land. And he goes mining in Minecraft. And he finds. Well, I don't know if he goes mining. I can't remember. But he finds a portal. He finds a nether portal, and he lights it, and then he goes in, and then he goes into the nether. But I just want to say something about this particular thing, and maybe a more general statement about the movie as a whole. Nothing's really explained. I was just thinking when I was watching this movie, you know, I was looking around, there's a bunch of fucking kids with their parents. And I'm thinking, like, the parents probably don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, what do you mean there's a fucking portal and it gets lit with a flint and steel? They don't fucking know. You gotta explain this shit. I'm sorry. But it's just a fucking kids movie, so whatever. I'm not gonna spurg out too much about little dumb details that they didn't include because they're fucking lazy. 5 writers, by the way. 5 writers. Yeah, Steve's in the nether. There's a bunch of piglins and shit. You know, the enemies that live in the nether. And there's this boss one, and her name was Malgosha. And as soon as she talked, I fucking cringed. She's from New Zealand. And I picked up on that instantly because that's where I reside. But anyway, Malgosha, she traps Steve, tries to take the orb, but earlier he tamed a dog, and he made the dog run back home, go through the portal to hide the orb. And this angers Malgosia because she wants the orb to destroy the world or some shit. So she's like, fuck you, Steve. You're going to prison. We're gonna hold you in the cell and rape you. We're gonna fucking... We're gonna get one of the big picklets in here to come and fucking rape you. But yeah, then we cut back to the real world and we meet one of the other main characters. Jason Momoa. He's this washed up like video game player, and he owns this video game store in the middle of fucking Idaho, and it's failing and he's broke and he needs money. He goes to this auction, this Storage Wars auction type fucking place, and he bids on one of the storages and he finds nothing good, but he does find the orb and shit. And at that auction, Dan TDM and I think a couple other Minecraft YouTubers were there, which I noticed. So yeah, we meet Jason Momoa's character. His car breaks down, and then we see the other two characters. We have Henry and Natalie. They're coming in because Natalie got hired to do some fucking social media for a chip company, because, you know, it's Idaho potatoes. So, you know, they're new to town, and they're driving. And I started to notice something. You know, I mentioned that I'm from New Zealand earlier. I'm like, I'm watching this movie, I'm like, I don't think this is Idaho, this looks like fucking South Auckland, cunt. All the houses look fucking shitty. I know my shithole country when I fucking see it. But yeah, anyway, Henry and Natalie, you know, they're getting acquainted. They're talking to the real estate agent, who's the fat black lady from the John Cena Peacemaker show. Yeah, she's a fat black lady from there. I think she was also in Orange is the New Black. But yeah, she's in it. And, you know, she's talking, and yeah, they fuck off. But before that, he goes to Jason Momoa's video game store for some reason. And they do have a good scene, it's quite funny. Throughout the movie, Jason Momoa is quite funny in this, which I appreciated. Anyway, Henry goes to school, he's doing all this fucking lame nerd shit, writing in a book. And he's like, yo, I'm gonna make a fucking jetpack. And he makes a jetpack, but these two little assholes, they come around and they cut the wires. And he's on the jetpack. Oh, no, he demonstrates the jetpack, and it fucking flies off, crashes into the fucking chip factory where Natalie works, and the mascot, they have this, like, big mascot statue, and it fucking crashes into the fucking river. And he goes to the fucking principal's office, and the principal is played by Jennifer Coolidge, who's been a fucking cougar since before I was born. Like, she's always been this fucking gilf character, literally since before I was born. It's the funniest fucking shit ever. And I think she's like 62 or something, and I'll be honest, boys. I still would. I'm sorry, I still would. But yeah, anyway, she's like, yo, I need to talk to your caregiver. He tries ringing up Natalie, his sister, and she doesn't pick up. For some fucking reason, I forgot. And, you know, he's fucking new to town. Their mum died. He's got no one to ring, but before, when he went to the video game store for, you know, whatever fucking reason, Jason Momoa was like, yo, I'll be your fucking mentor. Here, have this fucking pamphlet with his number on it. So then fucking Henry's like, can you please save me? I'll give you money. And Jason Momoa comes to the school, he's like, yo, I'm his fucking uncle, bitch. And they drive off, but Jennifer Coolidge, she tried fucking flirting with Jason Momoa, and I'll be honest, there's a couple sexual innuendos in this movie which I don't appreciate. This is a kids movie after all, so, you know, be careful. You know, we got to protect the kids, okay? But Jason Momoa takes Henry back to the video game store, and Henry's like looking around, just fucking around, and he finds the orb and the earth crystal, and he puts it together. And they're like, yo, what the fuck? It's fucking glowing, it's rocking. It's like, whoa! And it leads them to the mines. Meanwhile, Natalie's at home. She's like, what the fuck? Where the fuck's Henry? She rings up the fucking black real estate agent for some fucking reason, Danielle Brooks. She's like, yo, I don't know where the fuck Henry is. Can you please help me? And then for some fucking reason, Danielle Brooks just knows that Henry and Jason Momoa are at the fucking mines for some fucking reason. So they fuck off and head around there. They're all at the mines, and they're like, what the fuck's going on? Natalie and Danielle Brooks, they're like, who the fuck are you? To Jason Momoa. And he spits a couple one-liners. He's pretty good with the one-liners in this movie, I'll be honest. Some of them hit, some of them don't, but for the most part, it's pretty funny. But anyway, they go into the mines, they see the portal, they fucking go into it, and I swear, swear the only reason Danielle Brooks was fucking casted so they could have the, you know, fat, you know, loud black lady stereotype. Because, you know, at the start of the movie, when they just entered the overworld, half her dialogue is like, shit, where the fuck are we? She's like, what the hell? I swear that's like half her fucking dialogue at the start of the movie. But yeah, they're in the fucking overworld, they're confused as fuck. They're like, what the fuck is this place? You see in the background or whatever, a fucking villager is hiding behind a tree and he goes and enters the portal. And instinctively, I just kind of knew what that subplot would be. It would just be Jennifer Coolidge trying to fuck the villager for some reason. And, spoiler alert, I was correct. That is that fucking subplot. You know, they're in the overworld and shit, still there, fucking around. And all of a sudden it becomes night, and now we see all the typical Minecraft mobs. And again, it's not explained why there's fucking zombies or skeletons and shit, so the parents must be confused as fuck. All these mobs are coming around, creepers, and I got this one little gripe. The way the mobs fucking move is weird as fuck. I believe they're played by like real humans, or at least it fucking looks like it, and it just gives off this fucking uncanny effect. I can't really explain it, it just looks off. It's really fucking weird. Like, they're moving like humans. I wish I'd just move like kind of robotic like they do in the fucking video game. But yeah, they're fighting off the mobs. Eventually Henry discovers, you know, that you could place blocks and shit, and he builds up this fucking tower, and they're getting surrounded. The zombies and shit, they climb up the tower, and fucking Steve comes out and he saves them, and this really awkward fucking song plays. Not the song itself, but just the placement of the song. I don't know the title of the song, but it's like, it's a big song. It's like, you're my little boo thing, girl, I know. It's that song. I don't know the name of it. But I was just thinking, when that was playing, like, doesn't really fit. And that happens throughout the movie, by the way. A lot of weird song choices that don't fit. But yeah, anyway, Steve saves them. You know, all the characters are like, who the fuck are you? And then Jack Black, he's like, I am Steve. And I'm not even fucking kidding, boys. I'm not kidding. The whole fucking theater started clapping. I'm not fucking kidding. Everyone started clapping. I looked at my mates and we were like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, Steve starts explaining a bunch of shit, and I believe they dropped either the orb or the crystal. I think I can't really remember, but I think they dropped something, and he explains like, we need these two things and we need to combine them and shit, and we're gonna go to the village to suit up, you know, get some supplies and shit. And by this time it's day, by the way, in the movie. The day cycle has begun. And they go to the village where, you know, there's a bunch of villages and shit. And there's this pig with a crown, and it's this little Technoblade reference. If you don't know, Technoblade was like a Minecraft YouTuber, very big one, who died of cancer and shit. And his skin in Minecraft was a pig with a fucking crown on it. So yeah, that was kind of nice to see. But you know, they're in the village, and then the piglins come to attack them. Before there was a scene where Malgosia, she somehow sensed, I can't remember how, that the orb and the crystal were back in the overworld. And she's like, yo, I want you guys to fucking go and get it back to her piglins. And also to Steve, because remember, Steve was in prison and she let him out. She was like, yo, you go fucking get the earth crystal and shit, and the orb, or we'll kill your dog. He's got this dog, by the way. Oh, I think I would have already explained it. But the dog, it went out into the real world and hid the earth crystal and shit. But it dropped its collar while it was fucking running away from the piglins at the start of the movie. So Malgosia had the collar. And she's like, yo, we still have your fucking dog, lying, of course. And she's like, yeah, we'll fucking kill him, pussy. But yeah, so the piglins and the people, they're in the village and they're fighting. And oh my god, the head, like, commander of the piglins in this movie is called fucking General Chungus. Cringe? What the fuck? That's fucking embarrassing. 5 writers, by the way. 5 writers. But during the scene where they're fighting, they get split up. Jason Momoa, Jack Black, and Henry, they fuck off, and that leaves Natalie and Danielle Brooks. So everyone's split up. They both go in the direction that they think the Woodland Mansion is. So yeah, they're all split up. I believe Jack Black, Henry, and Jason Momoa, they're on this fucking cliff, and they put on the elytras so they can fly. And when they're flying, whilst also getting chased by piglins on gas, it looked really, really fucking bad. I can't explain it. Like how the green screen / I guess blue screen maybe, how they, I don't know. I don't know the lingo, but it just looked bad. It looked like the lighting was very different with how they were shot in the studio compared to how the Minecraft world was animated. Like the IRL people were lit a little brighter than the graphics, you know, if that makes any fucking sense. But anyway, they head off to the Woodland Mansion. Here we have a fucking really cringy scene where Jason Momoa is fighting a fucking chicken jockey. And, you know, Jack Black Steve, he's tied up to the ring. They're in an actual, like, boxing ring. And he's tied up in the corner. And Jason Momoa, he's like, what the fuck is that, to the chicken jockey? And then Jack Black says, there's a chicken jockey. And people in the theater, I kid you not, started clapping again. It wasn't the whole theater this time. It was just like some high school kids who started clapping. And I guess like all the dumb little kids started clapping with them. it was just kind of funny. Henry, in the meantime, he's finding, what was he finding in the Woodland Mansion? I can't even remember. But he was looking for something in chests, and there were these Endermen. And he looked in the Enderman's eye, and he started having these visions. And the people in his visions, you know, Steve, Garbage Man, and Natalie, they were telling him basically, you ain't shit. And I find it funny that Danielle Brooks wasn't in it for some fucking reason. I don't know. By the way, while they're in the Woodland Mansion, Natalie and Danielle Brooks are just fucking around. It doesn't matter. But yeah, eventually they escape the Woodland Mansion. They're on this minecart. And we see this super piglin. I can't remember. Big Hog, Super Hog or some shit. It fucking chases them. They fuck off. Then they go on this bridge. They get trapped on this bridge. They're getting shot by all fucking sides. Fucking Steve places a slime block. And they jump onto one of the gas to try and escape. But, you know, there's not enough time for Jason Momoa to escape. So they leave him. The fucking bridge fucking blows the fuck up. You know, Jason Momoa fucking dies. Which, spoiler alert, he fucking doesn't. And as soon as this event happened in the movie, I'm like, yeah, he fucking lives, doesn't he? But after this, I believe they crash, Henry and Steve. Their gas crashes or some shit, I can't even remember. And they're knocked out. And they get saved by Natalie and Danielle Brooks, who fucking made a house out of a mushroom tree. I forgot what they're called. And, you know, they're chilling. They're like, whoa. And the dog comes back. Steve's dog. I forgot the fucking name of it. It starts with D. Dennis. The dog comes back. He's like, yo, Dennis, what's good, dude? And, you know, while they're rekindling and shit, by this time, Malgosha, she's gotten the Earth Crystal and the Orb. And she's blacking out the world. She's covering it with fucking netherwart or whatever the shit from the nether is. And they're like, fuck, I guess it's time to face off. And Malgosha is bringing out all the piglins from the nether and shit. You know, the humans, they're all strapping up. They're, you know, getting their poles and shit. Getting their gats going, blah, blah, blah. No, but they're getting all this armor and shit. And creating iron golems. And they were about to face off. And I started thinking to myself, like, damn. They've just copied fucking Lord of the Rings, haven't they? I'm like, fuck, dude. But anyway, they have this huge fight. Steve, for some fucking reason, you know, he's got a diamond helmet, diamond shirt. diamond shoes, but no pants. I thought that was a little fucking lazy. And I think it was because I guess they couldn't design diamond pants that would have given him mobility while filming. I think that's the reason, at least. And if that is the fucking reason, they are lazy as fuck. But you know, they're having a big fight. The golems here killing the piglins. The big fucking piglin, he's causing chaos. And eventually, Henry jumps onto this fucking Eye of Sauron type fucking thing. Type of tower. That's causing all the fucking netherwart to spawn in the world or some shit. And he destroys the thing or whatever. But he falls down. He falls off. And he's like, ah! But he gets saved by fucking Jason Momoa. He comes out of nowhere and he saves him. Just as I suspected he would. But yeah, anyway, they've saved the day. And Steve confronts Malgosha. And he's like, you're a bitch. Fuck you. And this scene's kind of funny. She's like, come closer, come closer. And Steve's like, you're gonna try to stab me with a little knife, aren't you? And she's like, no. And he comes closer, and she tries swiping him, and he just fucking hits it. And he goes to walk away, and she's like, no, I'm serious this time. I do actually have something to tell you. And he goes back, and she brings out another knife, and he swats it. I did think that scene was kind of funny. That shit actually did make me smile when I was watching it. I can't lie. That was a little bit funny, I gotta admit. But yeah, eventually they all go back to the real world. Jason Momoa and Jack Black, they work together. The business is thriving. They've made this arcade game that's very successful. Natalie, she trains in self-defense or some fucking shit. Danielle Brooks, she started a zoo. And yeah, everyone lives happily ever after. And, you know, I'm just looking at the Wikipedia page now for the plot, you know, so I can put down bullet points that help my memory of what happened. Apparently there was like a post-credit scene that, you know, me and my boys didn't stick to watch, where Steve goes back to the house and a bitch has moved in, and the bitch is fucking... her name is Alex, which is, you know, the female character, which I guess, you know, hypes up a possible sequel. Which I could see happening because they didn't really go to the end. I feel like they could do something with the end dragon, possibly. But yeah, anyway, that's the end of the movie. Now I want to give my general thoughts on the movie. And, oh man, Jack Black was Jack Black. My friend said it best when we were in the car driving home. He just said, typical Jack Blackerisms. And I couldn't agree more. He's just played the same character since fucking School of Rock. And that shit was 20 fucking years ago. He's played the same guy. The same over-the-top zany fat guy. Who does, you know, weird voices and shit. And I love making my fucking weird voices, but you're a fucking actor. It's just kind of cringe when he's stayed doing this, man. You know, and the funny faces he does, and just his fucking mannerisms. Always, he does, you know, it's Jack Black. He does this like kicking thing. I'm sure you fucking know. And it's just unfunny, which leads to the question as to why he was cast as Steve in the first place. It's just extremely fucking odd. Is Jack Black even that much of a fucking draw nowadays? Does he really get people in seats? And I just don't know, because when I was exiting the movie, I heard some fucking kids discussing Steve. You know, I can't remember the context, but one of them said the actor that played Steve. So these kids don't fucking know who Jack Black is. So what's the point of fucking casting him? He's old. He's 50 fucking 5. He's got a grey beard. Why the fuck is he Steve? It just doesn't make any fucking sense, to be honest. He's fat. He's fucking fat. He's obese. But yeah, he was bad. And oh, I don't even think I talked about this in the plot summary. He's got like 3 or 4 fucking song sequences where he sings. Like, we get it. Fucking Tenacious D. We get it. You sing. You think you can make rock music. But fucking A, I truly felt they were trying to chase like a viral song moment, like how the Mario movie had that Peaches song. I truly think that the producers were like, yo, we should give Jack Black like 3 or 4 songs. And every time it happened in the movie, it was fucking awkward and just doesn't fit whatsoever. It was just really strange. I hated it, and it was just awkward. The other actors, I mean, they were fine. Jason Momoa was actually pretty decent. He was funny. And I will be honest, I will give some points. The chemistry between him and Jack Black were pretty good. They would often go back and forth. And they were probably my favourite parts of the movie, where they were going back and forth, joking. Or even when they were being serious, it was quite good, quite entertaining. Danielle Brooks, she was, fat black lady. When they were fighting, that fight scene at the end, it has a shot of Danielle Brooks from behind. And my fucking friend looked at me because he knows I have a severe case of jungle fever. He knows firsthand. He's seen me with the hose. And I just looked at him. I'm like, yeah, I would. I'm sorry, boys. I think I would fuck Danielle Brooks. At the very fucking least, I would face fuck her. I can't even lie. Just... Okay, that's nasty. Apparently fucking Britt McKenzie and Jermaine Clement were in it. The two New Zealand actors. I literally can't remember who they played. But shout out them. Oh, Jennifer Coolidge. She fucking, marries the villager. And the villager starts talking to her ex-husband. That was kind of funny. That played during the credits when we were leaving. The girl, Emma Myers, she was okay. I thought she was like a fucking teenager. And then I go on her Wikipedia page, she's like a year older than me. Generally, when I was saw the trailers for the movie, I was like, if she's like some teenager or some shit. And I didn't know that until, after the movie. And before the movie, my friend sent me this, thirst trap edit of her. I'm like, whoa. Do I have to fucking say something? Are you a fucking pedo? Henry, who was played by Sebastian Hansen, he was okay. He had this fucking gay lispy voice, and I know I should be the last person on fucking earth to talk about gay lispy voices. But his one was kind of annoying. But it did grow on me. God had to nerf at least one of my abilities. He couldn't create a perfect specimen. He had to take something away from me, and that is my voice. Unfortunately, I do have a bit of a gay voice. But that's never stopped me from doing whatever the fuck I want in life. But anyway, other than the acting, the weird special effects, the weird way the mobs moved, I just didn't like it. It did look somewhat cool at times, but it was just kind of jarring and unsettling and uncanny. Although the Malgosha character, the queen bitch, she had this veil on her, and I thought that was kind of cool looking. I don't know, just a weird fucking autistic fucking point. I like the way the veil moved and was animated, if it was even animated, because I think they were I don't know, played by real people, just animated over, which I didn't like. And I think the special effects were done by Weta in Wellington, the motherfuckers who did Lord of the Rings. So shout out them, I guess, or maybe not shout out, because I do not think they did a good job. And again, with the bad green screening, and it did happen a couple more times actually, now that I think about it. Mainly when they were flying and shit and in the air, and it was going fast. A lot of fast camera work. It just looked like it wasn't done right. I can't explain it because I don't know all the ins and outs of green screen / blue screen technology. But it looks like, the lighting wasn't done right. But speaking of camera work, it was, rather dull. Nothing really special. Although there was this one good sequence at the start of the movie where Henry was at school and he was, I can't remember what he was doing. He was doing schoolwork, drawing, and when he was making the jetpack actually. Had a lot of cool zoom-ins and shit. That was the only part that really stuck out to me. What else? The music was just really odd. A lot of weird choices for the soundtrack. The unfunny, weird Jack Black songs, which I guess, you got to expect with Jack Black, I suppose. My friends didn't really like the story, how it wasn't really Minecraft-ish, but I will play devil's advocate. You gotta, create, you do have to take some creative liberties, especially with Minecraft, sandbox game. So I kind of understood that, but fucking 5 writers. How the fuck did it take 5 fucking writers to write this piece of shit? And it was fucking shit. Like, what the fuck are you fucking doing? I could write a better Minecraft movie, trust me, boys, trust me. But, you know, enough bitching, enough complaining. Let me give my verdict. Drumroll, please. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. It's like a 4 out of 10. You might think, you know, that rating's kind of high. Again, it's a fucking kids movie. I went into this with an expectation that it was going to be fucking shit, and I was right. And I know a lot of people, when it comes to kids movie, they're like, oh, but a kids movie can still be good, and I do agree. But you do have to take, you know, kids movie with a grain of salt and expect them to be kind of fucking shitty. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna fucking spurg out a bunch about a shitty kids movie. I'm not fucking YMS, you know. I don't want to fuck dogs like fucking Adam. Fuck that dude. Bad green screen, bad writing, bad acting. Fuck Jack Black. Why the fuck was he in this? Jason Momoa was alright. Basically the only saving grace in this movie. Because he was, you know, basically the only character I enjoyed. So yeah, 4 out of 10. Otherwise, what, like a 1 out of 5 on Letterboxd. That's gonna be my Letterboxd rating. Follow my Letterboxd account, please. New videos on the way. The video's done. This one's done. Let me shill my shit. Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd. Go follow me over there. New videos on the way. Trust me. I've got this video that I recorded like a month ago. I still haven't edited it because I'm a boring bitch. Because I'm lazy as fuck. I'm sorry, dude. I've had IRL shit to deal with. Not really. I'm just lazy. What else? What else? Oh, I'm probably gonna do like fucking reviews of The Last of Us when that show comes out. Well, it's probably gonna be episodic, right? The last season was. So I'm gonna do fucking episode reviews. Every single episode I'm gonna review. Kind of taking after what's that one channel that did the Game of Thrones reviews back in the day? He has like a Pokemon fucking profile picture. Anyway, I've been yapping long enough. This video's long as fuck. I'm sorry. Thank you guys. I fucking love you. Peace. She like my car, she like how I 40 ride. She see me with